All right, guys, this is Mike Presson again, up here at the Gold Spike Tower in North Platte, Nebraska. I'm here with Don Weber. Don, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, sir.
And could you explain a little bit about the Bailey Yards here?
Well, the Bailey Yards is 8 miles long and a mile and a half wide. It has 400 miles of track in this 8-mile area. In other words, it's enough to go to Omaha plus another 50 miles. So there's an awful lot of track and they're constantly replacing. At this particular time, we're looking at the hump yards. When you say a hump yard, what you're saying is they take the trains and they tear them apart, put the cars in the right area that they're going to, whether it's east or west. On the east hump, they're humping into 64 separate lines. In the west hump, there's 59 separate lines. Then they use the remote controlled engines to go into the lines and pick up X number of cars. They go back and forth until they have a train of maybe 150 cars. Then they pull them either east or west. Then there's crews that go in and hook up the airlines, check, make sure wheels are all in good shape. And then after about 3 hours of all this work, then they're ready to go east or west.
Wow.
It depends on the engines, you know, how much a train weighs, how long it is. When they're humping a train, they actually weigh and measure every car that they hump. All that goes into the computer. So when they get ready to make up a train, they just hit the computer and the computer tells them how many engines it's going to take to go from North Platte, Nebraska to the end of the line. In the old days, they used to have to do that all by hand.
Right, and they also use a system called retarders on the track
Yes.
to slow the car down
Right. And
after it
that's-
crests the hump.
That's the computer that runs the retarders.
Mhm.
Each line is hooked up to the computer, so the computer knows how full that line is. So if it's not full, then the retarders are not used. They just let the car run. Basically, they don't want the car to go over 4 miles an hour when they hump it, because if you take a full car and you run into an empty car, guess who wins? It ain't the empty car. Then it gets derailed, then that's a reportable incident to Uncle Sam. They don't want to report to him any more than they have to.
All right.
That's it in a nutshell.
All right, Don. Thank you.
Yes, sir.